Here's why the reasons your ex gave you for the breakup weren't really deal breakers and they didn't make sense. Hey, I'm Coach Benny and I help people get their exes back. And if you've been broken up with out of nowhere and maybe your ex has agreed to a talk and it was like pulling teeth to get them to actually talk to you about the breakup. But if the reasons they gave don't really make sense, they're not like big enough to warrant breaking up with somebody, watch this video. Individuals who've been emotionally neglected in childhood did not experience an open channel of communication with their parents. Their thoughts and feelings weren't validated, they weren't attended to, okay? And these people, in their most formative years, are not writing neural pathways for relationships the same way that people that had emotionally available parents. And when your needs are getting and your feelings are getting discarded by your parents, you don't really expect that communication and cooperation is like a way to achieve, symbiosis in relationships. They were trained to just kind of keep their shit to themselves, right? And just keep on trucking. And that's how things are done. So what's going to happen between you and your ex is that they're going to keep everything to themselves and just let it build up, and they're not going to say anything. They won't even necessarily let you know by looking at their face that they're upset. I mean, hell, they're even distracting themselves. They're even avoiding it within themselves, just trying to kind of, grin and bear it and just kind of white knuckle past it, Your ex is an extreme conflict avoider. If you ever got into a fight, I'm willing to bet maybe they were initially defensive and kind of snappy, but eventually they would shut down or run away from that fight. And that's if you ever had fights. So when your ex breaks up with you, they give you this laundry list of reasons why, you're breaking up. Oh, I didn't like it the one time you called me a dummy. And then, you gave my mom a funny look at Thanksgiving and blah, 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 blah. These are all things that could have otherwise been talked about proactively throughout the course of the relationship. So they hang on to them and they let all this stress build up from unresolved stuff between you two. And then they also, a lot of times, will people please outside the relationship, and they're getting a lot of stress from not setting boundaries with other people. And it just becomes this overwhelming situation that they end up running away from because, again, they're avoiding conflict just like they did with every little issue in your relationship. So what we're talking about here is somebody that has a dismissive, avoidant attachment style. And yes, you can get them back. You're probably going to need to go into no contact unless they're continuing to text you. And there's certain rules for interacting with them that are going to attract them back into commitment. And you need to know what these are. So if you want my help getting this person back into your life, click in my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, and I want to hear your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.